Hello everyone, this is a video to supplement the information included in our assignment for analyzing eating disorder case studies. So, when I say for the second part of our assignment, you are to look up one treatment option for whatever type of eating disorder you chose to diagnose your person with, I want you to use a scholarly journal article. And if you've never used this database before, you're in luck. I'm going to show you. I highly recommend pulling a resource off of here, or even if you wanted to get a book out of the library, that's fine. But we're not going to use random web pages to support our ideas. You can use your textbook as a source, okay, but you must make sure to cite it. Okay, but your textbook should not be your main source. Your textbook is kind of like the starting point. It gives us the basics. I want you to go further, and that's what we're doing with this part of the assignment. So let's say a treatment option for eating disorders is some kind of cognitive behavioral therapy, because we've been talking about that a lot. I want to look up something like that on NCLive database. So what do you have to do? You are going to go to www.nclive.org, okay? And you will log in with your Beaufort credentials. And you can search for articles, books, videos, and more with this nice little search bar. So I'm going to search therapy, treatment. I'm just going to do binge eating disorder. Okay? So I decided to search that, and it's giving me all these scholarly articles, news and magazine articles, ebooks, videos, journals, databases. Go to scholarly articles. So click this first option. Okay. Then what you are going to do, as it loads, you are going to make sure that the items are clicked are full text online and scholarly and peer-reviewed. You also want to make sure it's a journal article. And generally the rule is that you want a journal article that's no more than 10 years old, okay? Because information changes quickly. So I'm going to change that year to 2010 for that publication date. And you can also choose it by discipline, subject terms. I'm going to pick psychology just because I'm looking at a larger level. I'm looking for a certain type of treatment. So I see patients' experiences from basic body awareness therapy in the treatment of binge eating disorder. That sounds like something related to what I want to talk about. So let's say I picked a case study and I believe that person has binge eating disorder. I am going to click that article because it seems relevant to what I'm looking for. Alright, so it should automatically forward me because I'm signed in. And at this point, this is where it's going to usually ask you for your Beaufort credentials if they're not signed in. So you just have to select Beaufort County Community College in the drop-down menu and type in your Beaufort credentials, and then you'll be able to see this page. The link, that's disappointing. That link didn't work. I thought it was great. And that's going to happen sometimes. So what we could do is emotion-focused therapy and dietary counselor for obese patients with binge eating disorder. So let's see if this one works. I'm going to wait for it to open up. Once you're signed in, it shouldn't ask you to sign in again. Aha! It's working. So we have nice access to this ProQuest article. Oh, and it's only 3 pages. I like when that happens when I'm writing, I'll be honest. Okay? So when we're talking about this emotion-focused therapy, let's say I decide I want to, talk about what we're talking about with this emotion-focused therapy. You're going to read this article, and you're going to paraphrase it and write a little bit about the method of treatment that you've decided will work for your case study patient and why you think it'll work. So make sure when you're describing this, you cite this author, okay? You cite the author of the paper appropriately, and you paraphrase it or quote it. If you've had me before, you know I'm against quotations in APA formatted papers. Unless something is so poignant, you can't be said any other way. Do not put it in a quotation. Okay? I am more interested to see how you are understanding this information, not whether you can copy and paste a quote out of a paper. So I want to see it in your words, and then you paraphrase and give credit where credit is due. If you need APA writing resources, I will open up an APA writing resources folder in our content center, which I think I have. So I will double check that. So let's say I decide to focus on this emotion-focused therapy, and I'm looking and I'm scanning. Let me see. Oh, well, this one says they had pretty low remission rates. If I'm looking at that's 28%. That's pretty low remission rate considering how large it is. But let's say I read about a certain method or therapeutic approach. It's hard to do research when I'm on the camera, right? I take a long time to read articles myself, so make sure you give yourself time to do this. So let's say I want to write about that. I'm going to go to my little paper and write, hey, I want to treat, let me go to the link. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm pulling up the link right now. I thought I had it on my clipboard. Alright, so I'm pulling up the link with our case studies. So let's say I think, I'm just picking a random person, this is not their diagnosis. Let's say I think Mandy has binge eating disorder. I'm going to write about that certain type of treatment that I looked up in my scholarly journal, and I'm going to decide, you know what, this is the approach I want to take, here's a little bit about it, and here's why I think it'll work. So what I want you to do is make sure you focus on the treatment piece of this assignment. I don't care about the summary. Look, I have it. I can read it right here, okay? I care about the details you think are most important to the case, and I care about how you think the treatment should be done. Now, with that being said, you can use more than one article, but you must use at least one scholarly article in this assignment in addition to your textbook. If you do not have a scholarly article, I will take off significant points. Okay? So make sure you cite it accordingly. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know or, contact me, and I would be happy to walk you through this again. I hope you all have a great week, and good luck.